My entire life, I've never seen when someone wants to go to the toilet that they sit down and they start complaining. When you have to go to the toilet, even if you're having a serious case of constipation, you simply stand up, you go to the toilet, you finish your business, you clean yourself, and then you come back. You see, in Africa, people travel a lot by bus, and I've seen that whenever we travel by bus, at some point even the bus is going to stop so that people who have to go to ease themselves can go and ease themselves. People literally stop the bus, stop the driver so that they can go and handle their business. Sometimes they go in the bush, sometimes they go on the road, sometimes they go under the bus. I know. Trust me, this is going to make sense in a couple of minutes, okay? Just stick with me. But I just want to ask you one favor. If you are a person who's fond of complaining, or if you know a person who has a problem of complaining, please just share this video with them, because I am doing this for them and I'm trying to help somebody who is in that situation. So I'm going to talk about two people in two scenarios, okay? Two people, similar problem, but two scenarios. So person number one, scenario number one, a person is in trouble, is having a lot of problems, and this is how they approach it. He said, I have a big problem. This is hard for me. I am a victim. How come I'm always a victim of these problems or the circumstances? Life is not fair to me. This is God's fault. Or maybe it is white people's fault. If white people did not come to Africa and do this to us, we would be rich, we would be somewhere. I hate my mother. This is my mother's fault. If my mother did not do A, B, C, D, I would not be in this problem. In fact, even God himself is useless too. If he's almighty and all powerful, why can't he help me now? I need the help to get out of this problem. And no one cares. No one is willing to come to my rescue. No one is helping. Maybe I should even kill myself and end my life because this is not making any sense. Life is so unfair and I cannot live with this problem anymore. Scenario one, person one. Now let's talk about scenario two and the person two and see how this person approaches the same problems, same circumstances. And the person says, I have a problem and this is a very big problem for me. This is unbearable. This is very hard for me to bear. I cannot live like this. I must do something about this problem because this situation is unbearable. And then this person goes ahead and says, God, if you are there, please, can you give me strength and wisdom to be able to overcome, to fight and overcome this problem? I don't care if no one is willing to help me. This problem is too hard for me. I am the one who's feeling the pinch. I must do whatever it takes so that I can sort out myself. I cannot allow myself to die like a chicken. This is too much. I must do something and I must stand up and start looking for a solution. Now that is person number two, scenario number two, same problem. So the first person in scenario one is having a problem, same problem as the person in scenario number two, but this person, he is the progression of his thought. He's saying, I have a problem, it is very unbearable, and someone must have caused my problem. So this person is my enemy. I have to blame this person for everything that is happening. In fact, whoever it is, I hate the person, and God himself is useless because he cannot come and help me in this problem I'm having, in this situation I'm facing. Person number two says, this problem is too much for me. It is so unbearable. And probably he acknowledges that someone may have caused this, but he realizes that, I have to come out of this problem. I must do something about this problem. And then he goes ahead to say, God, if you are there, because maybe he's also in doubt. He's like, where is God when all these things are happening to me? Because this happens to all of us. So he goes ahead and says, God, if you are there, can you give me strength and wisdom to overcome this problem, which is very painful, which is making me feel so bad. Now, the person number one is in a state of victimhood, because the moment you complain, you just fall into the trap of having a victim mindset. And you see, a victim mindset, if you are a victim, then there must be an oppressor somewhere. If you are a victim, you must find your oppressor who is victimizing you. That's how it works. Complaining, victimhood, and then blaming someone. But you see, the problem with this mentality is when you are complaining too much and you are into victim mode, it is so hard for you to find a solution. In fact, the kind of energy, the kind of time you spend complaining and blaming people and having bile and bitterness in your heart and anger and frustration trying to kill yourself so that you can finish your problems. This energy and those efforts, if you can utilize them actually to find a solution, you will be far, far much better off. But you see, people like those ones, they don't see. They are blinded by victim mindset. And question is, after you complain too much, after you play your victim cards, after you blame God, you blame the wind, you blame the environment, you blame the universe, you blame the aliens, you blame your mother, you blame your dead ancestors, does your problem go away? No. What needs to be done in those kind of situations, you simply have to focus on the problem, because person number 2, what he did is, look, I have a problem. Complaining does not make the problem go away. Crying does not make the problem go away. Blaming someone does not make the problem go away. Let me channel my energy and my effort into solving the problem. And maybe someone, somehow, will come to my help, but I must be doing something. Now, this is what I want to say in conclusion. Person number 1 has the ability to do what person number 2 is doing, and person number 2 vice versa has the ability to do what person number 1 is doing. But you see, it's a matter of choice. And ladies and gentlemen, let me just make the record straight. I am not minimizing anybody's problems. I know people have very severe problems, very painful problems, very painful situations. You are not imagining that you are poor. You are very poor. You're not imagining that you have a problem. You're not imagining that you are sick. It's not in your head. You do have a problem. But what I'm telling you is, unless you do something about the problem will not go away. Unless you take the courage to stop the bus and say, hey, I have to go. Stop the bus because I have to go. That bus will not stop. So do something about it. Now let's go back to my opening gross story with the toilet. Every person, including babies, it doesn't matter who you are. You are the king, you are the president, you are the prime minister, you are the army, you are a baby, you are a mother, you are a woman, you are a girl, you are a farmer somewhere. Every person, when it's time to go to the toilet, they don't ask God for help. They don't ask the government for help. They don't even ask their wives. They just go and they sort out the problem. After they sort out the mess, they clean up and they come back and continue about their business. This is the kind of mindset, this is the kind of mentality I want you to have going forward. Treat every problem like the urge of going to the toilet. You cannot postpone it. You cannot ignore it. You cannot blame someone for it because it does not make it go away. You do not need help from God or from anybody. You simply go and take care of your business. If the constipation is too bad, some medications can help. I know sometimes when you have so many problems or bigger problems, God can send an angel to assist and help you. But you must be able to be doing something about that problem which is making you feel pain, that problem which is making you feel like this life is not worth living. As I finish, life is not meant to be fair. Life is life. Life is not fair. Life is reality. Life is not fair. There's no such a thing as a fair life. You simply have to live in the reality. Don't expect the fairness from anyone or from anybody or from anywhere. I know I may have stepped on some toes. Please calm down. We are still friends. I'm only trying to help. And thank you so much for watching the video. Please share this video with the people who need this kind of help. Share the video with people who need this kind of materials. If you can, please subscribe to our channel. Also, hit the bell icon, like the video, and go to our Patreon page because my new book is coming out in December. It's called Attempted Success Syndrome, and it talks about all the problems that make people not achieve their goals, or you try so hard but you fall short before you can achieve your goals. It's a very good book. It's a very good read. Thank you so much for watching. Until we meet again on another episode of Winning Mind Podcast, God bless you. Have a good one.